We begin tonight with a First Alert 6 exclusive. An Omaha spree killer demands to be put to death. Nikko Jenkins wants his murder appeals to stop.
First Alert 6 investigator Brian Mastery is live with the likelihood of that to happen.
Aaron, John, this is Nikko Jenkins' handwritten document that he filed with Douglas County District Court this week. It says, in part, "I no longer desire to appeal the death sentence imposed upon me." He demands an execution date be set, and for Nebraska Corrections to put him to death. In 2013, Nikko Jenkins pleaded with anyone who would listen, from prosecutors to judges, to keep him locked up. He complained corrections staff during his 10 years in prison, starting as a teen for carjacking, never addressed his mental health. He said he feared he would kill if he was let out. He did. 4 people shot dead in 10 days in Omaha. Several Jenkins family members went to prison for helping him. Now that Nikko Jenkins has asked the courts to stop the appeals and execute him, attorneys tell First Alert 6 Investigates that's not so simple. For one, because it's a death penalty case, the system has built-in guardrails to make sure every appeal is exhausted. In fact, his attorneys asked a local judge last fall to earmark $50,000 to study his mental health, all the way back to when he was a kid. Secondly, Nebraska doesn't have a way to really carry out a death sentence. While the state's method is lethal injection, Corrections has trouble getting the drugs to carry it out because the drug makers of the assigned cocktail don't want their products associated with executions. There are 11 men on death row. The oldest case goes back to 1993 in John Lauder, and most of these precede Nikko Jenkins' case, and corrections usually starts with those who've been there the longest when it comes to carrying out a death sentence. We have 8 here. There are 3 others that have been sentenced to death. These individuals were responsible for the Norfolk bank robbery that killed 5 people in 2002. Nebraska's last execution took place in 2018. I'm Brian Mastery, First Alert 6.